There was a time when the ocean winds carried a name that slowly faded, like dust swept away by history. This is the story of an 18th century African cartographer mapmaker whose hands shaped the world, but whose own name slipped into silence. Imagine a small, dim room, a rough earthen floor, a thin blade of sunlight cutting through a wooden window, and in the center sits a man, reed pen in hand, the smell of the sea still clinging to his clothes. Every line he draws, every curve he carves, every mark he places, feels like a heartbeat pressed gently onto paper. He walked the coasts, measured the forests, listened to the stories of people whose voices never reached the world, and he stitched all of it into maps that would later guide merchants, sailors, explorers, and even entire nations. The world changed, yet the man whose pen shaped these paths vanished from the records that the world preserved. Some say others took credit for his work. Some say his identity was overshadowed by the politics of race and empire, and some believe he was simply too humble, too quiet, to chase recognition in a world built on louder men. But today, in an age ruled by glowing GPS screens, perhaps it matters more than ever that we remember the hands that first taught us how to understand the land beneath our feet. His maps were never just drawings. They were the pulse of a time, the language of a place, and the devotion of a man who mapped not for glory, but for truth. A man who may not be remembered by name, yet whose work still breathes in every coastline, every border, every route we trace. And maybe, just maybe, that is his lasting legacy, the vanishing mapmaker who disappeared from history, but whose paths never did.